Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushan Dhakal. The top stories first. Active cases of coronavirus dropped to 17,000 in Nepal. Recovery rate higher than new infections in the country. CCMC recommends resuming flights to more countries. Discusses about seeding certain areas instead of imposing lockdown. COVID-19 vaccine will be available in Nepal soon after approval. Government preparing to amend laws to ensure easy access to the vaccine. Biden dumps Trump's foreign policy approach, says America ready to work together with allies. And Olivier Giroud's late goal helps Chelsea qualify for Champions League knockout stage. Manchester United edge closer to last 16. And now the news in detail. The government yesterday confirmed 1,790 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country has climbed to 224,078, while the number of active cases has dropped to 17,859 from the overnight tally of 18,884. Around 2,800 people infected with coronavirus in Nepal tested negative yesterday, leading to a decline in number of active cases. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 204,858 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 1,361 across the country, with a confirmation of 24 new casualties yesterday. Nepal is currently among the top 37 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with 12.9 million cases, followed by India with 9.2 million cases. The COVID-19 Crisis Management Center has decided to issue flight permits to all countries after evaluating the risk of coronavirus in the international flight destinations. A CCMC meeting held yesterday decided to open flights to other countries besides the current destinations as per the need. Secretary at the Office of the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers Mahendra Prasad Guragai informed that CCMC has agreed to open regular flights to other destinations as per the requirement.
नियमित उडान भएका पीडित भएका देशहरूका अलावा संक्रमण जोखिमको विश्लेषण गरेर अन्य मुलुकहरूमा पनि संस्कृति पर्यटन तथा नागरिक उड्डयन मन्त्रालयले क्रमशः नियमित उडान अनुमति दिँदै जाने निर्णय भएको छ आवश्यकता अनुसार.
CCMC also instructed the government not to shut down an entire office just because a few employees getting infected with coronavirus. Secretary Guragai informed the CCMC did not make any decision on the recommendation of the Mayor's Forum to impose lockdown in Kathmandu Valley for 3 weeks due to the rising threat of the infection here. He said that the CCMC discussed about the possibility of sealing certain areas with high risk of infections so that other services are not disrupted. The government has said that the people of Nepal will be able to access the vaccine for COVID-19 immediately after it is approved from the international community and available in the market. Speaking at a program organized on the occasion of World Biological Awareness Week, Minister for Health and Population Bhanu Bhakta Dhakal said that all preparations have been made to introduce the vaccine in Nepal as soon as it becomes available to the people of other countries. Minister Dhakal said that the government is working to amend the law for the management and easy availability of imported vaccines.
सहज भनेर अहिलेको हाम्रो कानुनी व्यवस्थालाई सहज गर्नको निम्ति अध्यादेशको माध्यमबाट पनि औषधि आयात गर्ने कुरा र यो भ्याक्सिनलाई चाहिँ सजिलै प्रयोगमा ल्याउन सकियोस् भनेर कानुनी अप्ठ्यारो नरहोस् भनेर सरकारको तर्फबाट त्यो हामीले कानुनी बाटो पनि मार्ग प्रशस्त गरेका छौं.
Minister Dhakal talked about the issues that arise from using medicines produced for one purpose in a different utility, even if after it has passed its expiration date. The winners of the painting competition held on the occasion of the World Biological Awareness Week held from November 19 to 20 were also honored with cash. The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is being celebrated in Nepal today with various programs. The United Nations General Assembly in 1999 decided to observe November 25th as the Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Every year, various activities and programs are organized from 25th November to 10th December to show solidarity and maintain public awareness against gender-based violence. Meanwhile, President Vidya Devi Bhandari has called for public awareness and emphasis on legal action to end violence against women. In a congratulatory message on the occasion, President Bhandari said that no culture, geography, society and economy could be free from violence against women, and it is the common responsibility of the entire world to end all forms of violence and establish gender equality. She said that in order to prevent the reoccurrence of violence and crime against women, it is necessary to spread awareness among the people and punish the perpetrators and provide legal treatment to the victims with adequate compensation. Statistics show that 35% of women worldwide are victims of some form of physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. 5 persons have been killed in a jeep accident in Baitari. 4 more people have sustained severe injuries in the accident. The jeep with registration number Na1Ja 2196 en route to Gothalapani from Chulaghat in Baitari met with an accident at ward number 8 of Dasrat Chand municipality yesterday. The victims have been identified as Kalawati Chand 75 of Somia Rural Municipality 4, Bhagirath Pandey 77, Parvati Devi Chand 70, both from Patan Municipality 5, Parvati Chand 72 and Krishnalal Lawad 58, both hailing from Dasrat Chand Municipality 5 and 2 respectively, in the district, informed spokesperson at the district police office, Janak Bahadur Dhami. The injured persons have been receiving treatment at a district hospital, Baitari. According to the police, the jeep had fallen 100 meters below the road. Jeep driver Gopal Karki is on the run. 3 people have been critically injured after police fired shots and infuriated locals protested against the rape and murder of a 6-year-old child in Bardibas of Mahotari district. Police personnel deployed to prevent the situation from going out of control fired shots that injured Shyam Karki, Sanjay Neupane and an unidentified person who are all locals of Bardibas. Sanjay Neupane's situation has been reported to be critical. The 6-year-old child, Gulab Khatun, was abducted from her own home located in Bardivas 14 of Mahotari district on Sunday. The child's dead body was discovered on Monday. Police have arrested Arun Kumar Shah, 25, a shopkeeper from Gaushala 5. According to the police, Shah has confessed to the rape and killing of the child. Meanwhile, the enraged locals torched the Bardibas-based house of accused Shah yesterday morning. And now the news from the economic front. In the first 4 months of the current fiscal year 2077-78, goods worth more than Rs 400 billion have been imported. According to the data made public by the Customs Department, exports have reached Rs 40 billion till the Nepali month of Kartik. Compared to the last fiscal year, imports of goods have declined by 10.6% during this period, while exports have increased by 10.8%. According to the department, goods worth Rs 402.49 billion have been imported in the last 4 months. A total of Rs 40.20 billion was exported during the same review period. According to the statistics, the total trade deficit of Nepal in 4 months is equal to Rs 362.29 billion. This is a decrease of 12.49% compared to the same period in the previous year. The trade deficit was rupees 414 billion in the corresponding period of the previous fiscal year. The total foreign trade during the 4-month period was rupees 442.62 billion. Welcome back, and now the international news. US President-elect Joe Biden said on Tuesday the United States will be ready to lead again on the global stage, turning the page on President Donald Trump's America First policies. Reuters reported that Biden pledged to work together with the nation's allies. Introducing his foreign policy and national security team, the Democratic former vice president signaled he intended, after taking office on January 20, to steer the United States away from the unilateralist nationalism pursued by Trump. Trump, over 4 years, unsettled many U.S. allies in Europe and elsewhere with a hostile approach towards the NATO alliance and trade relations and rejection of international agreements. Biden said his team, which includes trusted aides Anthony Blinken as his nominee for U.S. Secretary of State, would shed what the president-elect described as old thinking and unchanged habits in its approach to foreign relations. U.S. foreign policy under a Biden administration is likely to take more of a multilateral and diplomatic approach aimed at repairing Washington's relationships with its key allies and pursuing new paths in issues such as climate change. His promise to embrace alliances, including in the Asia-Pacific region, follows a deterioration in bilateral ties between the United States and China, the world's top 2 economies, that has triggered comparisons to the Cold War. Pakistan gave UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres a dossier on Tuesday accusing India of stoking terrorism in Pakistan. According to Reuters, the move comes a day after India provided a dossier to some UN Security Council members accusing militants from Pakistan of attempting an attack in the disputed Indian territory in Kashmir. The tit-for-tat moves come ahead of India joining the 15-member council for a 2-year term starting January 1, 2021. Pakistan's UN ambassador Munir Akram accused India of violating international law, the UN Charter and Security Council resolutions by sponsoring terrorism. A spokesperson for India's mission to the United Nations in New York denied the charges. The Himalayan region of Jammu and Kashmir has long been a flashpoint between nuclear-armed neighbors, India and Pakistan, with both claiming Kashmir in full but ruling it in part. UN peacekeepers have been deployed since 1949 to observe a ceasefire between India and Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Frenchman Olivier Giroud once again proved vital for Chelsea as his late header helped Chelsea defeat French club Rennes 2-1 at the Champions League yesterday. According to BBC, Giroud has played just 127 minutes for the Blues so far this season, but made the most of his time on the pitch here with an injury time finish after Timo Werner's effort had been blocked. On the 85th minute, the French side looked to have denied Chelsea when Serhou Guirassy headed home from a corner to cancel out Callum Hudson-Odoi's opener. Chelsea have finished at the top of Group E ahead of Spanish club Sevilla based on goal difference. Both the clubs have 10 points and will face each other next on December 2nd. Meanwhile, another English club, Manchester United, also moved inches closer to qualify in the top 16 of the Champions League as they beat Istanbul Basaksehir by 4-1. Today, Manchester City face Olympiacos and Liverpool will play Atlanta tomorrow morning for qualifying in the knockout stages. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Active cases of coronavirus dropped to 17,000 in Nepal, recovery rate higher than the new infections in the country. CCMC recommends resuming flights to more countries, discusses about seeding certain areas instead of imposing lockdown. COVID-19 vaccine will be available in Nepal as soon after approval. Government preparing to amend laws to ensure easy access to the vaccine. Biden dumps Trump's foreign policy approach, says America ready to work together with allies. And Olivier Giroud's late goal helps Chelsea qualify for Champions League knockout stage. Manchester United edge closer to last 16. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.